Hello, welcome everybody. Wonderful good morning, good afternoon from Europe, from Germany. It is my pleasure to be hosting this breaking news special. I'll be joined, as you can see already on the screen, by Philippe Cloutier, President and CEO of Cartier Resources. And if you're an attentive investor, you would have noticed that they put out some channel results from Fenton this morning, and they're extremely high grade. And Philippe's going to run through how they acquired the project, but also how they got to the results and what do they mean? Like, what's the indication? Where did they find or where did they take the channel samples? And what does it mean for future exploration, of course, as well? I'm going to put some context for you around it. It's all live. Philippe is with me. This is not a pre-recording, and I'll switch over to him in just a second after I remind you to subscribe to our channel, of course. And just make sure you follow us here on YouTube, follow us on Twitter as well. Hit the like and subscribe button, and you'll always receive a push notification on your screen when we go live with another channel or with another update or another interview. As you know, we do them all live. That way you get hear it straight from the horse's mouth. It's unedited, it's unfiltered. What the CEO says stays on record. And that's really important since we are still in a virtual world. And Philippe is quite nervous in the back here, so he doesn't say the wrong things here. That's it though. That's it from my end. Let me make sure to unmute my guest. And Philippe, it's good to see you again. We already spoke this year, but how you been? Everything good?
I'm fine. Good morning from Val d'Or, Quebec, where it's really cold. In the past week, it's been hovering between -40 and -20. And you're in Germany right now, so there's a 5 or 6 hour difference. But yeah, this press release did go out 7 o'clock in the morning. And as you indicated, Kai, I want to dial back and see what we've done here. The Fenton project was originally a joint venture between us and SOQUEM. In 2021, the door opened an opportunity. We were able to acquire 100% of the project. So that is what's really new here. Fenton has been explored for the past 30, 40 years, originally for base metals. And somebody noticed that there was gold. The Fenton deposit itself outcrops. So that's the subject of our release this morning. So we acquired 100%. Yeah, go ahead.
No, okay. You're just going to say like just
we acquired 100% of the deposit.
Right?
Yeah, we acquired 100% of the deposit from SOQUEM in 2021. And that's important because we then repatriated all of the drill hole database, all of the historical data. And then what we did is we went out to the field and started to ground truth this thing. So we did the channel sampling program in late 2021. We were waiting for the results throughout Christmas. We got them just this week or last Friday, ran the quality control tests on them. And you can see them right up on the screen right now. So what it is basically is we went back and twinned all of the historical channel samples on the surface outcrops. Channel sampling, as some of you may know, is basically a drill hole, a horizontal drill hole right on top of the outcrop. You take a saw, you do 2 grooves in the rock, and then you pick up the rock between the 2 sawed grooves, and you send that in for assaying. So it's like a drill hole right on top of the outcrop. And the Fenton deposit basically outcrops on and off over a 325-meter strike length. And the objective of the program was to basically validate the historical results and to understand the mineralization and try to correlate that with what had been drill tested at depth. You could see in the press release as well, we mentioned that in 2018, both SOQUEM and us had intersected some mineralization at depth with similar grades. And we're getting grades over, widths of about 60 or 69 meters down below at 550 meters below those surface outcrops. And so what's important here is what was trenched, what was drilled was also surveyed at large over the entire property area with geophysics. We met with some geophysicists in the fall. We designed a method that we felt would best reflect and pick up the mineralization that contains the gold. We do not have the results as of yet. We're expecting them late in January. And from that, we will design the drill program. As you can see on the screen right now, the geophysical survey covers the entire project area. Those ellipses that you see are target areas based from our compilation and from previous geophysics and are either drill indicated or surface sampled showings. Of particular interest is one showing up to the north, the top right hand corner of your screen there, 356 grams per ton gold within 0.6 meters. And that is included within 42.3 gram per ton gold over 5.1 meters. So there's seems to be gold associated to these magnetic highs where there's a lot of sulfides, and that where they're also cross-cut by some southwest northeast trending structures. So our efforts will be geared towards defining or designing a drill program that will juxtapose or factor the channel sampling, all the historical drilling, the compilation results of 2021, and the brand new geophysical surveys. And we'll keep you posted in the upcoming months of where that's going.
We just took a look at the map, and I have to ask, do you have a favorite area where you're going to put the first hole? I know we discussed it the other day. It depends a bit on when you can get in there in terms of seasonality. But if we go back to the map here, where would you put the first hole?
My answer to your question, Kai, is I tend not to get emotional with these things. I'm a geologist. Our VP is a geologist, and our senior geo as well. So we get some very healthy discussions once we get all the data in. Obviously, there's over 100 diamond drill holes on this property right now. The bulk of them are on the deposit itself. The deposit, there's a historical resource estimate, not 43-101. Over the first 100 meters, it's just 60 to 70,000 ounces. Our job will be to identify where we believe there's going to be a higher probability to build ounces very rapidly, shallow and at depth. So the straight answer is, obviously, you want to go back and drill the proper vectors right beneath those outcrops, but you also want to explore the stuff that have been returning 20, 30, 40 grammers, and you also want to make sure that you're targeting areas where you could build volume. So drill intersections or channel sample intersections that have 3 to 5 to 6 grams over 20 to 30 to 40 meters, those are the areas that you could really build ounces very quickly. And that we'll know, or I hope we'll see in the next month or so.
Okay, fantastic. Can you hear me, Philippe? Yeah.
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I just had to change microphone, so my audio quality might be because my microphone died for some reason. So oh, fantastic.
Well,
so we're still going through permitting, hoping to have that done. I know we discussed it as well. I think Q2 might be realistic for drilling. On Fenton, fingers crossed, of course. Always tough to put a date on it. There's so many factors involved with the current environment we're in as well, of course, with Omicron going around. But it's still roughly the target, right? Like, you don't have an exact date, obviously, for us, but...
Listen, there are several things in play. First, the geophysics, then the permitting, then the weather, then the drill crews and our staff. And then people kind of forget that our flagship is Chimo. So we're really focused on that as well. We've got a PEA that's being launched, and we are a very, very small crew. So listen, we don't want to repeat 2022 mistake, which was there was an information drought there for a while. We want to get the news out there as fast as we can. As soon as geophysics come in and we were able to get a working session with the geophysical geophysics consultant, we'll provide an update on that, and we'll get out there. Yeah, so that's it.
Fantastic. No, great results, Philippe. Thanks for coming on for the breaking news special. Extremely high grade, 69.1 grams over 2 meters is a fantastic result for a channel sample, for example. So I'm looking forward to seeing more. Looking forward to seeing geophysics and, of course, drilling, and which is the truth machine, of course. Philippe, thanks so much. And everybody else, thanks for tuning in. SF Live Breaking News Special, short and sweet, with the CEO, Philippe Cloutier of Cartier Resources. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. And of course, leave a like as well, and share the video with your friends and other investors. That way we can share the story around and the video gets seen more often. Also helps with the algorithm. And we'll be back with 2 more interviews today, so stay tuned. It's busy. Thanks so much for joining us.